Good morning. It's Sunday morning. It's a rainy day. It's clouds. It's a little different for us. We don't see this all too often. We got the dogs with us today. That's Big Max, and little Allie's behind me whining like a Jack Russell normally does. I have Sean with me today. He is not conscious, but he is here. He's not awake, but he is conscious.
Still not sure where we're going.
We're going crazy. We're going to do a cute little short run to a hidden valley that I actually like quite a bit. So we call it the Wild Grapes because there used to be at the entrance a bunch of wild grapes. We're going to have Catherine Gerard and Randy Carlson with us, and hopefully our brother Ian and our nephew JC. So that's what we're doing today. Yay! Here we go. Well, we are at the trailhead. We've all aired down, and we're getting ready to take off here. We got Ian, JC, Kathy, and Randy. So at least we're not by ourselves this time.
Right. If we break something, everybody's there to laugh at us.
Right. This is a pretty easy trail. I don't think we'll break anything, but that doesn't mean nothing. I break stuff driving around town, so.
Differentials.
Oh. Moving now.
I said I like your horse. Your step stool is another matter entirely.
Ah, she's not that bad.
Yeah, she is.
Not really. I've heard somebody's cat wanting food makes more noise than she does.
No, Winter doesn't make more noise. Now that you're taking up the whole road.
Hey, I pay taxes. I'm going to take mine out in the center. It's not my fault they didn't put any lines on the road. There's no lines. It's a one-way road, right?
Yeah, one way both directions.
One lane in the center. They're both going to shake.
Yeah, I guess they are, aren't they? Image stabilization.
We'll see how well the stabilization works, huh? They might have a lot of people getting sick. That's one way to build a house. That looks like something you would do.
No.
No? It's a garage that they're living in. It's a shop that they're living in.
Wants it.
Skill building. Wants it. It's a difference. Yeah. A little bit farther away from town this time. They're on private property still. All covered up. Looks like there's a car parked in there, and then they just wrapped over top of it.
If that looks familiar to everybody, yes, that was the road that we took back from the other place not too long ago.
That's not going to work. It's actually slapping against the camera.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's not what we want. So this is all the rocky end of the dry lake bed, which Swamp is basically a dry lake bed. This is the rocky side of it.
We're driving into the rain.
Yeah, well, I actually expected to see more rain. That's why I moved the camera where I moved it.
It is raining over there.
Oh yes, it's definitely raining up there. There's a hidden valley straight up the mountain. Follow there, and it gets real tight, and then you come through and it opens back up. It's kind of cool. At the end of it, you can see where they used to have a horse corral up there. Or is it at the beginning? It's at the beginning, I think. There's a spring and a horse corral. There's a shock boot, which means the shock probably broke. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I need new shocks for this. We gotta measure it. The shocks are where they're going to stay until I get a long arm kit. But we probably should have shocks in the back of it. Just saying, since both of them are blown.
This is entertaining.
So it's not banging the dash so much. It doesn't matter what I do, does it?
Not particularly.
It's alright, everybody's way behind us anyway, so Ian and JC didn't air down enough, so they're getting beat up. Told him he won't listen to me, so it's like whatever. Go down to 15. I'm like, no, you want to go down to about 10. This is not a truck. It doesn't weigh that much. My Jeep probably weighs quite a bit more than his does. I'm running 8. But I got steel wheels, so I get away with that a little bit more. So I told him to run 10. Flashlight, I swear.
The flashlight attacks me every damn time. It tries to hump my foot.
Well, at least something's trying to hump your foot.
Like your dog?
My dog's never tried to hump your foot.
No.
I mean, it'd be funny if you did, but I don't see Max doing it. Max not really.
It was cut a little too young.
Yeah. I'm dying in here. So since Caitlin wasn't here this weekend, does that mean she'll have a second Christmas next weekend?
Well, our birthday's on Tuesday.
Oh, that right. So you're gonna go down there and
Yeah, that's the plan.
birthday party?
Birthday, take her shopping. Anytime you got a kid whose birthday is right next to Christmas, you got to do your best to separate them.
Right.
So I've always
I know that.
bought her gifts for Christmas and taken her shopping for her birthday.
not the one bouncing all over the cab.
You can't even drink.
I know. This road's pretty rough. As you can tell by the fact that JC's 500 miles behind us. Still not hear that throw out bearing? Those high-pitched sounds just completely elude you, huh?
What high-pitched sounds?
Throw out bearing squealing. Holy shit. Wonder how long this has been in here. So hard.
Well, you slow down for yourself.
Of course I do. You've never once asked me to slow down so you can take a drink.
Because you'll take your foot completely off the gas and then stare at me the entire time. Yeah. Go.
Guys okay back there? You guys are lagging behind. I was just making sure you're all right.
We're fine.
Copy.
I've got a CB in the garage and you've got a CB in the garage. Which of us wants to give one to JC to see if it works?
Well, I know my CB doesn't.
Mine's a Cobra of about the same year as yours. We might be able to make one functioning one out of them.
And I had like 3 of those, and I even got one in the trailer I never hooked up. But they never did seem to want to work. They're all Walmart specials. I'm gonna take the one
Mine's
out.
not. Mine's from the
Radio Shack.
70s or 80s.
Oh, you might want to put that in your truck.
No, it was in the Scout for years and years and years and years, exposed to the weather.
Well, I got a CB guy in Vegas that can fix it all up, clean it up. That's what I'm going to do with my big CB out of my 84. I'm going to take it down to him and have him repair it, clean it up. And I'm going to put it in. But mine's a 128, blah, blah, blah. I forget what it is. He says they're actually really good CVs. So I'm going to have him clean it up and we'll put it in the 97 eventually. And then I got to put a ham radio on this, and a ham radio on the 97.
Shortwave.
2 meter. 2 meter.
Oh, shortwave radios.
2 meter. It's a shortwave radio.
No, that's not what I was talking about.
You mean the HMRs, whatever they're called?
HMR is horn magnet fire.
Whatever it's called. What are those radios called that you have to have a license for the family?
Yeah.
My ham radio will reach out a lot farther than those. I think Nebraska is the farthest I've gotten on my handheld so far. that's a little 5-watt handheld. Or no, I think it's 15-watt handheld. I don't know, it's a $60 handheld ham radio. It's not very special. Well, like I said, I gotta get that roll cage in here before I put them in this. Put it up once. So why do you think we got all these donkeys down in Toronto? Because
you take good care of the fence.
Yeah. Coyote?
Can't see him. Running over there. Probably a coyote is big enough.
Yeah, it was definitely not a rabbit. I guess it could be a lost dog also.
At this point, it's not lost.
Abandoned. And somebody's, if it's a dog, somebody might be looking for it. That would make it lost, right?
Not in its eyes. It might be an escaped dog. Probably over there.
Yeah. Oop, I seen it drop down into the wash. Dogs get more curious than scared. Coyotes hide. Usually. When somebody's been feeding them. Looks like the front of my Jeep. It looks just like a dash cam. Right. At least not everything's not upside down in it. I bet the clouds look kind of cool in the mountains. The one thing about the mic being over here, it's going to hear that body map real good. No. not much I can do about
hard
it.
to miss.
I know.
Old vehicles talk. It's just all there is to it.
Yeah, that body mount's literally ripped out. It's just sliding back and forth into the socket right now. Unbolt the body again and lift it up off the frame, cut that out and weld it back in. I had it all welded up, and then that second car wreck broke it loose again. Give me that more of a cab forward design that everybody likes.
So what you're saying is you got to get someone to rear end you, straighten everything back out?
I got to do something. I don't know if I can straighten everything back out. Last time I was up here, I ran into some Methadonians.
Mexican American?
Methadonian. Mexican American. That works too. We're up here in a little pickup. I was trying to figure out how the heck we got it up here. Then I really didn't care after I seen who they were or what they were. $80 acres for sale. Right over here. It's out of the Pahrump Township too.
They really couldn't tell you what to do, could they?
Huh?
You can't say, hey, you can only have 8 feet walls.
Well, because it's on the other side of the fence. And it's surrounded by BLM property. Now there's the road that goes into it.
Hey, 40 acres.
40 acres up here. What's up?
TC and Ian stopped.
Wow, that's because they didn't air down.
It looks like they've got a dog or a seat issue.
Dog might have puked.
Yeah, that's what we think, because Ian's got paper towels. Oh yeah, dog puke. He's coming back to you.
Oh, that locker cuts my turning radius down quite a bit.
Roadrunner and C.
Oh yeah, there's actually rolls out here. They're on the planner's map, but they were never cut in. And then some of them are actually cut in, but that's why you strap your dogs in the back. It also makes them a lot safer. My dogs are chained in, they can't go nowhere.
Sorry.
Let's bring your cat next time.
Winter? She wouldn't appreciate that at all. She's a sedentary creature.
Woof, woof, woof. In the back or in the front? Oh, not a big deal. She'll get over it. Nice thing is you can just pull the plugs and it holds it all out. I've had to do it before. The last time it was a 135-pound Rottweiler. Oh my God, that dog could puke. I think she puked her weight. She filled my back seat. I mean, completely covered my back seat from fender to fender.
It's only like a 40-pound dog, though. Hey, take that time and reduce the tire pressure.
Groan, 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 groan. I don't think changing my self to a long arm kit's going to change my travel much in the rear. I don't think it's going to change my travel much at all, really. It's just going to stop a lot of that binding in the front, and it'll make it a lot looser. But it pushes that rear axle back. It pushes the front axle forward. Cash or trade? I got a pack of gum.
Or terms. You said terms, not trade.
I was going to trade a pack of gum. I got 60 bucks. That's about what it's worth to me.
Buck an acre? Buck and a half an
Only when we're leaning to the passenger side.
Straight ahead to the left on credit, on crest.
On crest. That must be that road over there. This would be a fun place to live and have to drive out of every day to go to work. Could you imagine getting them to pay for the power to come all the way out here?
They wouldn't do it.
A couple $100,000. Well, they'll do it if you pay for it.
There's solar, there's wind.
Yeah, but if you're still in the town limits, they can say you have to be hooked up to their power.
Yeah. Just said if we were outside of the town limits.
Well, that one, the 80 was outside. This is still in the fence line. I think it's still in the township. That's why there's still roads with names on them.
There's your 80 acres.
There's another 80 acres. That way, though, which is on the other side of the fence line, which I believe is out of the town limits. I'd get a map out and figure out where that 80 acres is, and if it's right against the forestry, that would be the one to buy. There ain't nobody building around you. My luck would be all ravines like this.
There's no way around that.
I'm talking about the whole property, not just one area. I almost bought 40 acres way out in the middle of nowhere. It was at the end of a 19-mile road, and 19 miles of it was just unplugged up instead of breaking the end off of it and pull it out of there.
You unplugged it stuff already.
Oh, good. I just didn't want you to break the end off into the thing. It's a good flashlight. It's nice and bright. I'll find a way to mount it one of these days. look again. Oh, they're still moving. His mom really wanted to keep that TJ. He was talking about he wants to get a Honda Civic or something because he wants to build something that's fast. And Ian looked at him and goes, "That's fine." He says, "You buy another car, I'm not helping you with it, and I'm giving this one to your mom."
That.
He said, "Because your mom loved this Jeep." I actually surprised not to see her out with us more. And she's still sick from the stuff. The two people I know that wear masks all the time, sick. Plus then they're in that medical field, so. Yeah, that was a lack of shock in the back that just bottomed out.
Dead ahead or turning right?
I'm going dead ahead. The right's the easy way. Kathy and Randy can turn to the right. They might not. Kathy and Randy had a nasty rollover a few years ago, and they're still not got their confidence up. Holly's the one making all the noise.
Sounds like a spray ball.
JC's TJ is supposed to be have a Detroit True Lock in it. It's the limited slip. It's good. I can see it. The limited slip Detroit locker. I have not skipped one of those before. Supposed to be a really good limited slip system, which is better for a highway use, daily driver, which I tried to do with mine. Not really. I'm a little beyond the daily driver. my build. Well, we haven't had hardly any rain this year, so we don't really have to worry about the road being washed out, do we?
Not really.
I guess Vegas finally got some measurable rain a couple of weeks ago. You're special. That's what the balloon said. Oh, I think I want to miss that rod. A little slower, we would have stalled out on that one. No, I'm pretty sure there's a road there.
Looks like side here. The reason we're doing this is because occasionally flash floods wash through here and you end up with no road but a cliff.
Yeah, we
Drop anywhere from 1 foot to 6 feet.
we're cutting across this way on one of these top roads, and I started coming down the hill. It was nighttime. It had just gotten dark, and it was me, Kathy, and I think Karee. And I decided to stop. About crossed over it, and I couldn't see the road, and we stopped, and we hiked down there, and it's about a good 6-7 foot drop. I had to back up the hill and then go around it and come off the side. And she goes, "We've gone down like 100 of these. What made you stop?" I said, "I have no clue." I just decided to stop on that one and look, which was lucky because that would have hurt. And that's why they put those big loops in the front of TJs. So that if you do that, you don't end up on your hood. It comes down and hits the bumper and rolls you to one side or the other with any luck. TJs are known for going over forward. You got all the weight in the back, except for the engine.
Get you a frickin' rear view mirror, we'll put it on your hood so you can see in the front. Hold it. Yeah, there's a road there.
There's a road there.
It's steep, but it's there.
Ah, it's not that bad. It's always been shooting over here. here. I wonder where that road goes.
That way.
I don't think I've been up that road. The little TJ that can. I knew I could, I knew I could, I knew I could. Yeah, there might be a road in front of us.
I'm under the impression.
When my seatbelt locked up, it was steep enough so I couldn't lean forward. I still can't lean forward. Damn, seatbelt locked out. Wait. Every time I pulled on it, it pulled it tighter.
You'll probably come out of 4.
Uh-uh.
4.9.
No, because we haven't hit the hard spot yet. I'd rather not worry about stalling out than going faster. Going and I kept pulling it too far and pulling her into neutral. I thought that was the dog, but it was the box sliding. I thought that was a dog hitting the window. I'm like, go pull up my window out, you horse. warm in here.
These two mouth breathers in the back, yeah, it's gonna get a little warm back there.
Should be a Jeep behind us at any moment now. I can't see him in any of my mirrors. Oh, there's JC. Hi, JC. And there's Kathy and Randy. Looks like there's been a lot of traffic up here, huh?
It does.
Well, that's not a good thing. Left or right? Forward's a bad thing. We're just having that discussion, weren't we? Yeah, it's like they like that spot or something.
I don't know why they do that, but they always do that. More of them will take a turd, and then the rest of them will back up to the same spot.
Probably the same reason why dogs do. Marking territory. Start getting into the rock formations. Woohoo! I like the rock formations on this side of the valley. And I've been told there's some petroglyphs in here too. I've found a couple. Nothing like, well, was it the other place? But I haven't gone along these rocks either, so. expecting more rain up here. Ian must be rubbing off on JC.
Apparently Ian's trans line that blew
Yeah?
just popped off of the thing, so he put it back on and clamped it.
Oh.
He said he hadn't looked at it, it pissed him off, so.
Pissed him off. Well, he told me that it was leaking coolant and the water pump was leaking.
It is leaking coolant. I don't know whether the water pump is leaking.
Well, that's what he was telling me. The upper hose was leaking and the water pump was leaking. And I said, it sounds like it's time to do some maintenance. Cactus just love this type of rock, don't they?
Apparently.
It's probably the only thing they can grab a hold of and grow into it, I guess. Because every time we get into this style of rock, I just see cactus all over it. Watching that, almost nailed that big ass rock.
There are definitely cactus.
Yes.
Lots of cactus.
Yeah. I'm looking for graffiti.
You gonna hit that rock too?
Yeah. If I don't watch where I'm going, I might. Since you pointed it out, I might just hit it in spite.
How about this one?
Yeah, it's off the road enough. Maybe.
So how about that outcropping? We gotta catch that?
Maybe. We're going to be right on top of the rocks here in a little bit.
You mean they're gonna be right on top of us?
Yeah. Kind of a cool little spot here.
They're sneaking up on us, Jerry.
Well, that's because I'm walking. I can literally get out and walk this fast. Oh, the rocks.
The rocks are sneaking up on us.
The rocks are sneaking up on us.
I don't see graffiti sticking to these rocks for very long. They move too much.
Yeah. There's some over here. I found some over here in this tight spot. Ian broke down here one day. And
got bored and looked around.
I was walking around a little bit while Ian was upset. I was helping Ian, then he got upset, so I walked away. This isn't as tight as it used to be. This used to be tighter. Bumper.
What's the fuel tank?
That's a bumper. The fuel tank isn't that solid of a sound. So there's some graffiti right up in here somewhere, hidden in the rocks. I'm still on the road. I think I'm still on the road. We've been in this part for a little bit, huh? wild grapes. It's all grapes. Spring's running.
Certainly a lot of them, isn't there?
Yep.
Stopping?
I was thinking about it.
Okay.
Do you want to stop and look around or keep going?
I don't think there's, well, I guess there is pretty stuff here, but it's not like...
Watch your donkey pee poop. I was just watching them, waiting for them to get through here. Lots of wild grapes.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is birds ate the grapes at the winery, one of the wineries, and then came up here and pooped. That'd make sense, wouldn't it? I see you.
Well, yes, there are a crap ton of wild grapes out here. Reach out this
That's why I
half
never
window.
spent the time to figure out what the name of the canyon was, because I always just called it Wild Grape Canyon.
These things have been growing longer than the winery's been around.
That original winery's been around since the 50s. The one down on off of Gamebird.
Still think someone seeded them up here.
I doubt it. There's a natural spring here, and I think the birds pooped in the water, and we got grapes. Well, you weren't going to wait until we start moving and film it? Not really?
There's nothing to see. You're going to see mostly the window of the truck.
Yeah, true. I think this is the downhill spot.
That's significant.
And then back uphill. As you can imagine, the donkeys probably love this when the fruit. Bushes.
Grapes are darn near parasitic on these, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. You didn't know that? Yeah, they're intrusive as hell.
Growing up inside and using them for a place to put their vines.
Yep, and these are all thorn bushes, so it probably saves them from being eaten by a bunch of different things. And this is the kind of hidden valley type thing up here. There's where that spring starts, right there, where that deep hole is. That's where the water all comes out. She doesn't have a bottle?
Is this the same trail we've taken to Ian's house before?
No, this is the trail. This is the what I call the Wild Grape Canyon. We've been up here before, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all that brown bushes behind us, that's all wild grapes. Hi, Allie. Hi, Allie. Hi, Allie. That's why I was going to stop, because I figured everybody else was probably ready for a get out of the truck brake.
Didn't bring my book. I'm not much for hiking. Never have been.
I'm out of shape, I'm out of shape, I'm out of shape. I didn't bring my book. There's hair on the inside. Or it's scratched already. I don't think it's scratched.
Holy cow.
I'll get down out here, get up here a little bit and it opens up and I'll stop and let the dogs out.
Oh yeah, and then we're going to chase the little one down.
And I won't chase the little one down. I'll keep her on a leash.
Leash her to a cactus.
Just leash her to the front of the Jeep. I'll leash her to my arm. I often think I should put foam back on this. You can see where the soft top's been rubbing the paint off of it. Huh? What? Ian's fighting with the dog to try to get back into the Jeep. She's winning. Cactus! Well, not really. I guess that was a cactus, wasn't it? I was thinking it was a yucca, wasn't it? Which I guess is a cactus, isn't it?
Succulent, anyways.
There's definitely a valley full of sharp things.
Most valleys in Nevada are.
Everything that's not sharp gets eaten by donkeys and horses.
Which are both invasive species, huh? Go figure.
Right? And that's why we call them an invasive species. They eat all the food that the deer and the elk would eat. Our elk population has gone from in the 60s, from when we were kids, all the way down to 6 or 7. I think that's the latest count from last year. So that herd's pretty much going to die off here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And we will have no elk ever again. But we got plenty of donkeys and horses. And unfortunately, land management's supposed to keep them down to, between the whole of Nye County, 1,200 between the horses and donkeys. And I think we got 30-some thousand. They do their little roundups, but they really don't take that many when they do them. I wonder if that road connects.
It's going to be awfully soft, and we should probably be in 4 low if you're going to do this.
Yep. Tires off the ground. I'm like, tires off the ground. Where's everybody at?
Yeah, except for the hard spots.
Yeah, that hard spot wasn't soft. Hi, Bush. Gotta test out those steering components somehow.
I didn't mention it was a little soft.
I was still moving forward.
Yeah, I know. Like that was because you were digging. Oh, there it is.
There's a rock back there. Sometimes you just need more wheel speed.
So what you're saying is you gotta dig your own road.
Max trying to claw at you.
A little bit, yeah.
Nobody wanted to follow us.
I'll probably turn the locker off.
Well, this way they can keep up with us.
4 low idle.
I can literally get out and walk next to the Jeep. We'll have to speed this up like 100 times faster because it'll look like, well, like we're not moving.
Because we're not moving.
You can't keep up with me in first gear.
Oh, God, Jerry, just drive.
I am driving. Actually, the Jeep's kind of driving. I'm just sitting here. It's pretty outside today. A little overcast. Hi, Max.
Using his foot for an elbow rest because every time.
So we get another camera and they put it facing back.
I think that we should have another vehicle with cameras in it first.
Well, during the summertime, having one face rear would be easy.
Yeah. Hang it in the barn.
I can do that or stick it on that my tailgate. spare tire will probably be in the way. Stick one in the back window. Oh, they're gone again.
Junipers, complete with berries.
Yep. We're gonna get into trees up here eventually. I thought we were gonna do it today, but I'm not sure. They're Jeeps. I don't know why everybody drives them like they're made out of glass. Some of these rocks look like they might hold petroglyphs for a little bit. Wow, that tree's got a lot of fruit on it.
Yeah.
A lot of berries on it. Unfortunately, they're not good to eat.
Make gin out of them.
Was that what you do with them?
Yeah. Where gin comes from.
Junipers?
Juniper.
Didn't know that. So they're absolutely useless. But I guess you could use it as a, if you made gin, you could use the gin as a disinfectant, right?
Yes.
That sprays right in front of the camera. That's cool. That's what should be clean then, right?
We lose them again?
Yeah. I don't understand it. I'm not even coming out of first gear. And this is why you download your tires, people.
Maybe he's trying to prevent the dog from vomiting on his back seat again.
So what back seats are for? Dog vomit. They're too small for anything else in a Jeep. Although he's not a very tall kid, so. And that roll bar hurts. Hurts your head, hurts your back.
Scout's a bit bigger, isn't it? It's about the size of his scrambler.
Yeah.
Gonna be a lot wider.
Well, the
Tires
are going to be wider. Get this truck done and start on that, or start getting parts for that, or something.
We still need the control or the radius arms.
Right. And we might as well get
There's a
the
word you don't hear very often anymore.
radius
arms.
And then we need to get the might as well get the long arm kit if we're going to do radius
Yeah,
arms.
that's sort of the point.
Yeah.
I mean, I can get one arm because the other is bent for $200, or for about $500, I can get a long arm kit, which will seriously increase my travel.
Right. So we might as well do a long arm kit.
And we'll see where it sits with the factory springs. Still be a lot taller than the Ford was,
Yeah.
because the spring is going to be directly under the frame instead of sitting next to it.
Yeah. Well, we might have to do something about that too, depending on how tall it is.
Yeah, might end up being a coil conversion kit too, honestly.
Yeah.
Build a 4-link, hook that 9-inch to a 4-link.
Yeah. And that rough stuff specialists, they have all those brackets and everything else pre-built. They sell you the bars.
Tubes are the same diameter as a Dana 60. You should be able to use it.
Yeah.
Best slow down again. We're going to lose them. Don't know that we made that left turn.
Right. At Albuquerque.
I don't see Albuquerque.
I don't see them. I don't know how I lose them in 30 feet. It doesn't make any sense. Are they back there yet? No. Here they come.
So do they make a independent air kit for these things?
They make independent air kits, not necessarily for
Anything? I mean, I don't know.
for off-road.
So where do they come from?
Why do you want an air kit for?
Because I don't like getting out of the truck. I can push a button and air down.
Oh, you mean portal axles? No.
It needs to be an axle, it just needs to be the end.
That's called a portal axle. What's his butt in Vegas makes them for G-Wagons. Mister, I don't want to go outside. Just go buy that Alpha, then you don't have to worry about it. It should already be
That
built
Alpha
in.
it's beautiful. I'm sure he wants a fortune for it.
I'm sure you won't get it on 90% of the trails we go on. Because it's too wide for this trail.
Only about half again as wide as this.
Right?
Jeep and a half wide.
Could you imagine trying to get it up to that little narrow section?
I'll just climb it.
Just don't jump it. They turn into lawn darts.
You're saying their nose heavy?
Just a little. That diesel's a little heavy. I wonder if that one's new enough. It's got the Duramax cigarette instead of the 6.2 or 6.5. The 6.5 wasn't bad. Huh?
Pull it and put a Cummins in it.
Yeah. And the Duramax is a good engine. Lots of power. Lots of horsepower.
The Chevys the early ones they put in the Chevys had a nasty habit of breaking crankshafts.
Or maybe people just kept turning them up to 2,000 foot-pounds of torque and then breaking crankshafts. Not even doing 5 miles an hour. I can tell because the speedometer hasn't even moved.
And we're still out running by about 4 miles an hour.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can't even see him back there yet. I don't understand. Oh, you don't move. Doing about 5 miles an hour.
Okay.
So this is the road we took Ian up, where I tried to roll the Jeep. This is the road I did the hood on. and it held on us, and Ian didn't have his top on. It was the one time Ian took his top off, and we came up here, and it was the beginning of spring, and it was just drizzling a little bit, and then it hailed on us up here. Ian had no top on. He's not. I just had the bikini top on. He was not a happy man. He had that wool blanket pulled up over his head so he wouldn't get beat to death. He's on over the steering wheel with the little wool blanket. Then we tried to climb the hill up here, and that's when I just got in my lockers, and they worked. They caught traction and stood us right up on the tailgate. And then we hit the tree and it spun us around and we landed on our wheels by some miracle.
And that's the story of the dent in the hood.
And that's how we got the giant dent in the hood.
So you're saying the tree is your hero?
Yeah. I might point them out to you.
Hero tree.
Hero tree, the arrow tree. Oh. We'll get up there eventually. I might even get up there 20-30 minutes before everybody else. Look like they're doing pretty good. Hopefully we got sound. I double checked, pushed on everything and made sure it was all in, so I was wondering if this little kink right here might be enough to pull that out. No, it feels like it's pretty tight. Got a video of my giant hand coming at the camera. It's probably got a lot of views of my hand spinning around in front of it. So this new camera position, we'll see what it looks like. Hopefully it's good. Trees get pretty narrow and it's kind of hard to get Kathy's Jeep through it. So when we get up in the trees we'll have to stop. I still haven't figured out why this trail goes instead of going straight up. Yeah. Instead of going straight up. Because right there's the trail. There's people back there somewhere. Jump over one of these things and hide on the other side and watch them all drive by. He's back to Jeep over one of the hills. So I'm guessing a lot of quads and not many full-size vehicles come up this.
Side-bys?
Oh, it's even more narrow than a side-by track. Well, there might be some little side-bys, but none of those big ones. Should we stop at the dead tree and wait for him? This used to have a shock condom on it from one of my struts. Steering stabilizers. Just hide back here behind this bush. I think they'll see us.
So you're saying you littered?
No, that was decorated. I took it off.
Decorated.
took it off like 3 years later. It fell on the ground and I picked it up. Oh, we might as well let the dogs out. We'll take a break. It's gonna be a minute. Oh, we're back in the Jeeps. Everybody caught up to us. Dog's got to use the restroom. Max almost had a snack. But she won't do that again. And she actually got him right in the ear. You gotta be more cautious when you come up on strange dogs. Ian's not even in the Jeep.
I'll put it in 4 low first and let it go. Watch your step, Ian. There's a turd right there.
I'm not the one that told JC to park in the dog shed. Ian did.
Be fair, they didn't know there was dog shit there.
It's all Max's fault. I knew he had to go. At least you guys don't puke in the Jeep. They've been on some rough stuff. I don't know how they didn't puke in the Jeep. Tyrod was one. Max just sits down, just looks at you like, okay, let's go. Because the first time I put him in the Jeep, he was about that big. I got pictures of him with Allie standing behind him. He's hanging over the edge, and she's got her nose over the edge. And then about 3 years later, I got a picture just the same. Max had his head up over the edge, and Allie was next to him with her head over the edge. He's cute as hell. I can't drive him that slow. What?
Every 50 feet we stop and wait for him.
I know. It's like, oh. Kathy's all, well, some of that's my fault. And I'm like, I'm not driving that fast.
Where did the pine bough come from?
No, that was a tree. It looks like somebody ran it over.
Christmas tree.
Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree. Yeah, at least nobody come up here and cut it down, huh? I mean, it'd be illegal as heck because this is forestry. It no longer belongs to the American people, it belongs to the American government.
Sounded like paint.
Yeah, probably. How about you pull out some dog nuts? I'm snacky. Please?
I don't have a cup holder.
I don't have a cup holder that fits mine either. What's your point? This guy has a bench seat truck. It's on the classic Dodge. He goes, what all do you guys do for a cup holder? I'm like, get a woman. He goes, I need a cheaper, cheaper investment there. I was like, oh, I don't know. So I don't have a woman either, so I can't afford that. Or I'm too much of an asshole. I'm not sure which it is.
I think it's a bit of column A and a bit of column B.
Right. Oh, what did you open?
Yours.
Oh, promise?
You're the one that asked. Is that snow? I think that's snow.
That's snow. That's awesome.
I was expecting rain. I get snow.
I'm going too slow. And I'm still outrunning them. Windows. Well, JC's probably going to cry about stuffing his Jeep there. I had to put the Jeep all the way to the floor so it wouldn't stall. Get rid of that stalling issue. Of the tree. I better wait until everybody catches up. With the walker, this should be real fun. You feel better, Max? I almost had a snack. Got to use the bathroom. He never did bite her though. He just kind of grabbed her and threw her over. Made her scared. Little Jeeps. What?
You're a goof.
I'm waiting for Kathy and Randy. lucky if we're doing 2. Oh, we might be. I'm in 2nd gear. It's not a lot of snow, but it's there. It's
precipitation in the desert. Isn't that good enough?
No, because it's coming down as white stuff.
It's precipitating.
That's water. Snow is totally different.
Oh my God, Jerry. So is steam.
Yep. They're the opposites. Snow and steam.
Both are still water.
Yep. Just in different states of formation.
This one's gonna be fun to get Kathy around.
I'm trying not to use reverse, so. That was all just clutching and letting it roll back. I'm gonna stall it out in 4 low. I feel like this reminds me why I like selectable lockers. Also kind of makes me wish I could do 2 low instead of 4 low. And 4 low, of course. You'll be able to do that, won't you? With the dual stick?
With the 18, yeah.
Yeah.
Not with the 300, with the 18.
I thought you could, oh no, you can just put lower gears in the 300, huh? Gear reduction. Or in our case, we might put an overdrive after the transmission.
Before the transfer case?
Before the transfer case, after the transmission.
Now they want way too much money for that, though.
I don't know. I outran them again. I see JC.
Max here.
Yeah, to the max. That's a lot lighter than alley hair. And heavier, some depending on which hair you get. If you get her undercoat, it's really light.
Winter.
Winter hair. Her undercoat's light, but she's got that coarse guard hair. Yeah. Keeps all the stuff from sticking to her. That's why she doesn't have problems with foxtails and all that other crap that everybody else's dogs have is because her wire hair it kind of falls right off of it. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. I should actually look on a map and see what this canyon's called. Right now it's more, looks like a wash than a canyon. Picnic spot. Back into a tree again. I was like, that was Wallace Canyon. She goes, yeah, but it gets really tight up here. Yep. I wasn't sure we were going to make that. Twee! You got treed. You got ambushed.
I'm gonna say am-treed, but
Am-treed, but
wasn't a bush.
I know. Oh, come on, snow! I think I'm gonna just camp up here all day in the snow.
I'll go back with Randy and Kathy.
This is the first time I've seen snow. Randy and Kathy probably want to stay in the snow too.
I'll huddle in the Jeep. Kick the dogs out.
It's not cold outside.
Plenty cold outside.
It's not even chilly outside.
The solid precipitation begs to differ.
No, it's cold up there. It's not cold down here. If it was sticking to the ground, I would agree with you. But since it's basically water as soon as it hits the windshield, oh, I got cut in that rut. The auto rollback. I don't need reverse, I got gravity. My tire got cut in the rut when it pulled out of it until I backed up enough. It doesn't seem as narrow as it used to be. I think somebody came up here and cut the trees back.
I think if we were going to grab that high steer kit, then we would need to modify the left-hand cap.
Right.
All it does is they put longer studs in the knuckle.
Yeah.
And go through the cap to the other thing.
Yep. That's what it looked like to me.
So you probably have to take a chunk out of it so the arm wouldn't have an issue. And on the other hand, I don't know if it would interfere with the steering since...
I think it just sits on top of it.
Well, yeah, but there's going to be that freaking... How do you call that rod?
Draggling?
Yeah, draggling.
It should go up and out. Up and up.
I don't know if it'll interfere.
I don't know either. I don't think so. I wouldn't think so.
But I think we still need to get that adjustable drag.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Because we're not sure if we're going to leave it stock. Right now, it's stock. But it's
not leaving it stock. It needs somewhat. They need springs that actually have curve to them.
Well, yeah. But an adjustable drag link just makes it easier to get it. That way you don't have to pull your steering wheel off and turn. Because that's how I had to do the Dodge, because it didn't have an adjustable drag link. But I'd get my shit adjusted and pull the steering wheel off and put it back on. It's the only way to do it. And with that, it was old enough, like yours, that it all ran off the steering wheel. The horn and everything's all part of the steering wheel instead of the other shit. The pin is part of the steering wheel, whatever they call that. The one that turns off the turn signals. I think me and Ian had a winch out of here with the Jeep one day. His Jeep. I don't know if this was a spot or not. Nothing sounds like it's gone pop in the front end yet. A little bit of an angle. The angle of the dingle. Tweeze! Now we're getting into the tweeze. Goofy looking tweeze. Oak sage or oak brush.
Scrub oak.
Scrub oak. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Keep going until Kathy taps out.
Keep wanting to what?
I said, well, keep going until Kathy taps out.
Oh.
It'll get narrow enough that she won't be able to go through here eventually. Well, it's widened up. It actually kind of looks like it's widened up, or else it's just been so long since I've been up here. I don't remember where it gets narrow at.
Out there with the chainsaw and waxing.
Oh, I seen that. It was like that before, though. A bunch of dead trees up here, or those hibernating trees.
Don't know. Have to come back in the summer and find out. But I think those were dead junipers myself.
That's what I think too. That's what they look like to me. Ian made it all the way up here with a scrambler, all the way to the end, all the way to the hill climb.
And then he watched you try to roll it?
Oh no, he was right behind me when I did it. We're going this way. This way looks more open. That way it looks like it goes right there and stops. For JC and them see us go this way. Because that does look like two different roads, but I don't think that other one goes anywhere.
Yeah.
What's up?
How tight does it get up here? We're pretty close to not fitting.
It opens back up. There's a little tight spot, then it comes back through here. It's wide open where I'm at right now.
There's a tree right in front of you. It's wide open.
It is.
One side's pressed against a bush, the nose is pressed against a tree. It's wide open.
As soon as I come around that, it's wide open.
I was ambushed at that time.
Ambushed. Got a Klingon. A hitchhiker. I usually end up with hitchhikers.
It's better than rocks. They certainly smell better than rocks.
I don't know. They might not taste better. We'd have to ask Kevin. Well, Ian has a earth degree of some sort. We can ask him if he tastes better. Didn't he take a associate in like earth science or something like that? Dead tree. I'm seeing dead trees.
Closing up in here.
Yeah, we'll see how tight it gets here. Let us adventure in here a little bit before you come up.
Needs to stop until 100.
Yeah, okay, sure. Don't try to come through here in a hurry.
Right.
Ain't fit.
There's a hairpin right that you got to back up and then go through. You might make it, but you want to get out and look at it. Let us know what you think. We're going to pull over right here.
Okay, that might be the same spot we turned around last time.
Hi guys. Oh. All right, Kathy, a little tight up there. So our JK got too long and too wide, and we're gonna have to turn around now. Got one tight squeeze there. So it's nice out there. You can get in whenever you like. Huh?
Recording yet?
Oh, been recording now. We never did turn them off. We should have grabbed the handheld, but watching her turn around wasn't really interesting. Did he run into the tree?
Probably might have. He's got that bar work though, so he doesn't have too many issues with trees.
In the front, at least.
Hell man, they run right there. Well, I guess you could lose a fender.
Yeah. I have tires. My tires just climb them. I've caught them before and pulled the tire.
Showing pretty good. Katie would love this.
Yeah.
No service.
Of course not. We're nowhere near anything right now. Hi, Max. He's turned around. You ready?
If I can get a picture of the snow.
That looks like a flatter spot to turn around at. See, we do get snow in southern Nevada. You just gotta drive up in the hills to find it. Unfortunately, I gotta work tomorrow, so I can't, you know, go find more snow.
I gotta call
I gotta make a phone call tomorrow.
insurance company. Find out what the heck's going on with the neurosurgeon.
Right. So that you can go back to work, or they're gonna send you back to work regardless.
I don't know what's going on.
I think they have to have you released to send you back to work. And they said
Yeah,
you
and
need
that will probably be on Thursday. So I was hoping to get.
No, they probably, if you were still got, they have to release the whole thing. They can't send you back to work unless it's absolutely done. So if you still got a neurosurgeon you're supposed to see, they won't release you.
There'll be a thump here shortly.
I wasn't going to pull up that far. But I'm not going to take out my side window either.
Whee! Did they actually back in and let us go?
I think so.
Little bits of snow. All right, lots of bits of snow. Might be hard to see on the camera, but I hope not, because snow is cool.
No, I'm sure we can see it on the camera. You didn't want to lead? I still like those fenders though with the LEDs in them.
Yeah, they're not bad looking. Should be amber. I think they should be amber.
Yeah, they're supposed to be driving lights. You must all like looking at my ass. What'd you do to your stepdad? He's grumpy.
I think it was you, Jerry. You're the one that usually.
Huh?
She puked twice.
And?
That's why he's grumpy.
She's a dog. She's young. She's gonna puke. At least it's in the back seat and not his lap.
Yeah, I've had dogs look over my shoulder and let go before.
Uh-huh. I have too. So that trail goes up there and it does a huge left-hand turn straight up the mountain.
Okay.
And that's where I tried to roll the Jeep. But it actually gets, after that spot, it gets pretty narrow. That's probably not the best place for that. Strong chili. Yeah, it's Sunday. What time is it? You don't know? Oh, here. I'll quit driving and grab my phone.
Yeah. Almost noon.
Like, fine, I'll quit driving and grab my phone.
Truck says no.
I'm going. The front end said, "You're gonna stop." The rear end said, "Uh-uh."
What's this stopping, white man?
What's this wee? I think we're gonna die here. What's this wee, white man? At least that's how my dad used to always say.
Yeah.
Wheeler Pass is going to have snow on it?
That's next weekend? I hope so.
I don't know if that's snow on it. Well, we're not going up onto Wheeler Pass, really. We're going to Wheeler Wash and then turning right.
On the, yeah, and then crossing a bunch of canyons, heading into Rocky Gap again.
Yeah. Rocky
Going
Gap
all the way
gets
over,
snow.
or are we turning around?
Depends on what we've done with my track bar by then. How it looks, because if this is vented even more, I might just turn around and come all the way back down the dirt roads to get home instead of going down the highway. Because I'd much rather have it come off at 30 than, 70 or 80.
I hope you're not going 30 on the dirt roads. I mean, some of them are acceptable, but
I was thinking 30 would probably be my max speed.
yeah, on Wheeler Pass Road, that one's actually in decent shape.
So was Trout Canyon Road.
Yeah, but that one's paved.
No, it's not. That's Lovell Canyon. Trout Canyon's the next one over from Carpenter Canyon. So we did go to Wallace Canyon, which you haven't been to yet. It's got really big trees like Carpenter Canyon does. And then you go over from there, you go over to Carpenter Canyon. And then from Carpenter Canyon, you come back down and follow the fence line over. And you hit Trout Canyon. That's that one where those people live at the top of. And then you follow that one down, up and over, and then you got, what is it, Trout Canyon Pass or whatever it is. There's a bunch of private there. There's some really nice cabin there with a excavator and generators and everything all set up. Really nice setup. So then you go through there, go into Lovell Canyon where the pavement is, and then you drive up the pavement and turn left into Rocky Gap Road. And then you go up over Rocky Gap, drop in a Red Rock, and then air up and drive home. But if doing this has actually bent that more, I don't know if I really want to do all that next week. If it's bent more, then I'm going to get the tape measure out when I get home and measure that track bar and see what size of, what length of tubing we need. Because those two ends, the left hand and the right hand, they come as a set, and they come with the spacers and everything.
Sure.
And bring it all the way down from 3/4 to 1/2 inch. Because that's what the bolts are in the track bars, 1/2 inch. And if they're not, they will be, because I'll drill them out. And they come as a kit, so they got everything with them for 75 bucks. So I didn't think that was too bad. Seeing as how I bought those 4 little ones for 88 bucks.
Okay.
And then we'll get the tubing from them, then I don't have to, at least I know if I get it from them, it's what I want, it's what I need. And measure it twice, cut it once, weld the ends in.
Sorry, I said something stupid. The snow is cool. No, it's not. It's fucking cold.
Who said snow was cool?
I did.
Oh. It's so nice.
What do you want?
I was trying to catch snow with my tongue.
Sure you were.
I was. Take me home, country road.
Right, that's enough of that.
To the place I belong.
7 seconds, that's all you get.
7 seconds of singing the song. You cannot say that singing. Wow. Am I right? Well, this looks like it's working. I can't wait. I'm afraid my hand is blocking your face 90% of the time.
That's because you drive with your hand to top dead center.
You're supposed to drive with your hand top dead center.
2 and 10.
I gotta freaking shift and drink. And obviously hold your stuff for you most of the time. You could just put your Coke back down where it was.
Right, yeah, because that'll get kicked out immediately.
It's not like if we get kicked into neutral, I'm going to roll the Jeep. Just saying.
Keeping my mouth shut.
flashlight. I gotta go to Home Depot and find, you know, they make those little things that you put on the wall that hold shovels. I bet
Sure.
you it'll work for that.
Almost certainly.
Snap it right here. Then you just smack it with your knee once in a while. Somehow. You'll
That's not
figure
that
a way.
bad. That's actually a good idea for that.
That's what I'm thinking. That's where my CB used to be, right here. And then I kept having problems with those CBs, so I bought that one. And I actually really like that one because I can use the handheld and batteries with it. All those parts are in my bag, I think. If not, I need to put them in my bag.
Does the battery pack have an antenna on it? Or
It's got a rubber ducky antenna. Yeah, I see.
Okay. See, because I'm not a fan of that.
What?
That whole CB handheld thing.
I like it because it's small and easy
I
to
understand
just put
small.
out of the way.
I understand the love of small energy because Jeeps are tiny. There's no real space for
What I
anything.
really like about it, I can lock it in here and nobody will steal it. If I put something on the side there, they might just unscrew it, cut the wires, and walk away with it. I don't even have a connection there. All my shit's soldered on. It's straight to hot, straight to the antenna cable. I adjusted it, cut the ends off, and soldered them together. Because I kept having issues with them breaking. Because that twists and moves, it was breaking the solder off. Kathy's actually broken here, and I had to resolder hers too. But I don't have to worry about mine coming unplugged. Because it's supposed to be in a cigarette lighter. Actually, I need to run a different cable for that. Because I've tied into that with a few things now. Throw-out bearing singing. Just singing throw-out bearing. Still can't hear it?
No, I was thinking about something else.
Better than me singing?
Yeah, God, doesn't take much to be better than you singing.
Let's sing all the way home now.
Okay.
I gotta drive faster if I'm gonna do that.
Even you can't put up with your singing, huh?
No. That way you can't jump out. Okay, you're less likely to jump out?
I'm sure the dogs would join me if they could.
I can get Allie howling. It's funny. She howls. You ever hear a Jack Russell howl?
I don't want to hear a Jack Russell howl.
It's cute though.
No, it's not.
Actually, it is.
No, really, no.
Because it's a noise she shouldn't be making, but she does it pretty well.
I don't particularly want to hear huskies howl.
Oh, I like my husky howling. I miss her. She was a really good doggy. I missed Malka this weekend too. She used to greet me at the door and follow me around the house. The other three cats,
The one cat that's an utter bitch is the one that loves you.
Yeah. Don't think most other bitches love me? You had a comment, but you don't want to comment?
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
can tell we don't use our windshield wipers a lot in Nevada.
Right?
Those things-
Sometimes they go bad without ever having been turned
yeah,
on.
they have.
No, I mean sometimes they go bad without ever having been turned
They
on.
have. Remember when I had to park it for a year? I had brand new wipers on it when it did that. And this last time when
last time I bought wipers for the Tiburon, I put them in the back. And then when it rained, I would swap out my wipers. And when it stopped raining, I would swap out my wipers.
that's just too much work. I buy these Bosch, they last quite a while. Well, they work pretty good too. But TJ's got such a tiny wiper, it doesn't cost all that much to put wipers on it.
They're about 40 bucks.
I think they're 13-inch. No, they're like $14 a set, $15 a set.
Set.
Yeah. Yeah, they're cheap as fuck. I think they're no, that's what it was. They were 9 something a piece, so almost 20 bucks. 20 bucks after tax. Why, my friend, aren't you on?
What do you want?
I'm wondering why my friend isn't on. There it goes. Oh, I wonder if we filled the SD card. Nope, it's still recording. Huh. Lost communications. Oops. It's hard to shift this thing in for low. Especially that second gear being like it is. Should have turned left.
Should have turned left.
Oh well. Could have went right down the wash. Those side windows in that hardtop are expensive. Giving the dog more air is not going to stop her from puking. Just saying.
It'll always stop me from puking.
Does it? If I was going to puke, I usually just go to the emergency room.
I got motion sick real bad when I was a kid.
Oh, did you?
Get access to a window,
You were
get
okay?
some fresh air. I was better.
Oh, well, I've never gotten motion sick, so maybe it's difference.
Incoming.
Incoming what? Side by side. Got a side by side up here. He's pulling off. Two more.
Two more.
Two more. See, you're supposed to go how many there is behind you, and each person's supposed to do it, and the last person is supposed to do the fist bump. I think Kathy knows that, but I don't think she practices this.
Yep.
Bush, rock, gravel,
You gonna announce
Snow.
every obstacle?
I usually announce the ones I think are going to slap me in the side of the head, but then I keep forgetting I got windows.
Rocks are gonna slap you in the side of the head, huh?
You've been hit by rocks riding in this thing before, haven't you?
Yeah, but that's because they bounced off of pieces and landed in my lap.
Right? That juniper berry running down my hood looked like a really big snowball for a second. I was like, oh, it's juniper. All right, Sean, why don't you sing for us since I'm not allowed to?
Hell, I can get 7 seconds in too.
That's what she said.
That's why I'm not singing.
He's gonna hit me with something. He's trying to figure out Coke or camera there. Camera's more expensive. Way more expensive.
Doll.
Get your truck running, we'll have to get 3 more cameras.
At least 2.
Alright. I don't think this works too bad. I mean, it's not really in my way. Somebody might complain if I was in town driving, but out here, it's not bothering me at all.
Okay.
We'll see. I like it because we got a secondary sound, just in case.
You know, we can make that shorter, right?
What's that?
Instead of having it hang down, we could turn this thing over and turn this all the way over, and it would hang right about here.
As long as it goes out the front window and is where the wipers wipe.
I was saying we would probably hang the camera about here instead of all the way down
Okay.
here.
Well, let's do that next time.
Okay.
Like I said, as long as it's sitting where the wipers are, I don't care if it's over here. Well, I don't want it over there because there's a big giant crack in the window, which is still going to see the crack in the window, but see, I can say it's not in my driver's view because it's over there.
It keeps grabbing my attention, I'll be honest.
I just keep looking at it to make sure it's flashing. But I like it because we don't have to worry about running batteries out.
Yeah, there's that. That was something.
That was something. That was something, all right. AR 500 has an Instagram, and they were one of the inventor of, or the owner of, co-owner, whatever he is, has his own Instagram, and he was posting some stuff, and he had his kids with backpacks that have the hard plates in them and everything else. And it was talking about, you know, be prepared for this upcoming year and everything else. And I'm like, I'm prepared. I got my picture of my vest, the thing of ammo, and the 4 rolls of toilet paper. He's all, you're ready for everything. I'm like, yes, I am. Just in case I get a respiratory infection. Oh, my friend's daughter is having a heck of a time. Or son, I mean. My neighbors. He got a sinus and ear infections all at the same time, the poor kid. He's like a year old.
He used to get ear infections real bad.
Yeah, they put tubes in.
So screwed up.
Didn't you have tubes?
No, Lisa did.
No. You're gonna have to go talk to a doctor and maybe get you some hearing aids one of these days. Sometimes you're getting to that point, if there's any background noise, you can't hear anything. I'm the same way. I'm not any better. I can hear better than you, but it's bad when you're face to face with somebody and you can't understand what they're saying because there's people talking behind you. That's what happens to me. I'm looking right at them and have no clue what they're saying.
The only time it would matter, it wouldn't matter, honestly. If I'm at work, I'm going to turn the damn things off.
Well, then you don't hurt your hearing anymore. Well, there might be something they can do for you, but there is different procedures
for it, yeah,
that can fix or help you. I know it gets aggravating. It gets aggravating to me when I have problems. I get in a group of people that I get the ringing, tinnitus, and then I just can't hear anything. It's all just blurs together. It's just wah 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 wah. That's what it sounds like to me. Except for there's a bunch of ringing involved. I think we thoroughly outran them by now.
No, they were not too far behind us last time I looked.
I figured they're back there somewhere. No, I heard Kathy say they stopped.
They were on the curve behind us when we made that freaking wide turn.
Oh, yeah. That was the last time I've seen them, though.
It wasn't all that long ago.
No. But still. Let them catch up to us. I just probably shouldn't be right there on that corner. I'll drive up on this rock. Jeep, it's a Jeep thing. You wouldn't understand.
I swear your dog sounds just like one of those spray bottles.
I don't know why she does that. Just little, I guess. It's all that air trying to go through that tiny little throat that you just want to. Oh. She's a good dog. You just can't let her off the leash.
Ever.
Ever. Actually, you know, we went camping. She was good for 4 days. The fifth day was a bad day. Bad alley day.
I can't get Juniper. Go.
Juniper gin, huh?
I'm not sure if it's made from juniper berries or if it's just flavored with juniper berries, but
I'm pretty sure it's just flavoring, but it sounds awful. Gin sounds awful.
don't look at me. I've never had gin.
I have no clue how. I'm sure something rots to make it.
That's kind of stupid thing to say there, Jerry. Because, yes.
Well, mead doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Honey?
Yes, something has to ferment to make alcohol.
Guess something does. Oats and barley and wheat and
Potatoes.
All rotting to make people drunk. And it's all an allergic reaction.
I'm not sure that's accurate.
It's a reaction that your body has against the alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol's a poison.
Right.
It's not an allergic reaction.
Well,
There are people who are allergic to alcohol,
right.
like Tony.
Who get drunk off just a little bit. And get very sick off just a little bit.
Can really fuck themselves up.
And then there's other people that aren't as allergic to it, and they can.
No, that's a poison resistance.
I mean, you can get alcohol poisoning, but you can also drown yourself by drinking too much water. So
That's not entirely accurate.
you drown your.
You don't drown. Drowning is specifically fluid in the lungs. Yes, you can wash yourself out and die, but that's not the same thing as drowning. You still looking for that wash?
No.
Glancing over this way like, I want to go down.
No, just looking at the tweez, because we're going to drive out of them here in a little bit.
I'm going to drive into the freaking grapes.
And we're not that far down yet, I don't think. Probably close.
Other side of the hill.
Oh, grapey, grapey. Oh, grapey, grapey. Nobody wanted to follow me through the wash. Posers. Now you gotta look up how to make gin.
How to make gin?
Gin.
Gin. How to gin. You know I'm going to get lots of gin rummy instructions, right?
Right. Air pump's got a leak.
I think that's your dog.
As I said, my air pump's got a leak. Is it bad that I'm idling down the hill and they're just barely catching me? Drive up on that rock and measure my shocks.
Gotta get the back ones way up there.
No, we get the front one up there until it pulls the other tire off the ground. That'll tell you where the rear ones will be, because that maxes. When it pulls the tire off the ground, that means you're maxed out. And the rear max is way before the front does. Horse.
Yep.
The little horse. It's a little pony. Where's the other ones at?
You might be able to zoom in post-production.
You might be able to. I haven't really tried that yet. Could have taken a picture. I don't know how to do that from here either.
It's because you can't.
I was trying to turn it off. Should I let my horse out? They're about the same size. I wonder why you're out here all by yourself. You're pretty young. It's just like a yearling. It should still have mama around somewhere. Unless mama passed away. Pretty little horse. Not I have a use for a horse, but they're a pretty little horse. It's just weird to see one by itself like that. Ooh.
Hey, that sounded like a rim.
No, that was under my butt. The cross member. I hit it with the front tire. And I hit it with the back tire. And I hit it with the cross member. Civilization. Well, sorta. I don't know how civil it is. Civilization. It's Peepley down there. Can we stay up here?
Fortunately, my house is down there.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Most of my guns are down there.
That's unfortunate also. By that 80 acres, we could be close to home right now. I can see it now, 25-foot walls.
About 25 feet.
Cactus all the way around the outside of them. Rose bushes on the inside.
Tank traps.
Tank traps on the inside of the wall, or the outside of the wall. Tank traps full of cactus.
Roll the tank track. Yeah. You put the tank tracks in, and then you put the cactuses in, so anything that tries to knock down your wall gets stuck, and anybody gets out and tries to get the vehicle out gets poked. Knock a track off of a tank. God, that would be horrible.
Don't have like a, yeah, that is a pain in the butt.
Especially with cactuses around.
Then we'll have a a 6-car garage,
You mean 6?
and then we'll have a
Only
shop.
6?
Garage.
Only 6?
Then we'll have a shop.
I need more than that for my on-road cars.
You don't even have that many on-road cars, and you wouldn't be able to get them up there anyways. We'd have to build a road for on-road cars.
Stop and think about it, Jerry.
What?
Nissan,
What about it?
Hyundai,
What about him?
Mazda,
What about him?
Chrysler,
What about him?
Dodge,
What about him?
Chevy.
What about him?
They're all on-road cars.
Your cars aren't going to make it up to that 88.
Yes, they would. Because I would rent a fucking hoe if I could afford 80 acres. Make that damn thing usable.
But then people can get there. You're missing the point of 80 acres in the middle of nowhere. You make it so cars can drive off it. Anybody can drive up it. I went 80 acres so far out that people don't even know there's a road there. Be like, it looks like something drove up there. Find the road and put more rocks in it. Have a little sign at the end. Minimum 35-inch tires. I was watching when the track was going over the he was digging a line next to another, like a big water line, big water pipe, like big 8-inch. And he gets up there and pushes it, reaches over the line and pushes it up so the tracks come up. Then he drives over it, sits it down over the track, spins around, picks the other side up, drives over it, and goes off that way. Like he just stepped over that, stepped right over the line.
Yeah, I've watched those trackos do some strange shit.
And then they got the ones, the spider wheel trackers. Have you seen those?
Nope.
They got 4 tires that turn individually, so it can literally turn around in a circle, but they'll stretch them out, and they can roll them down and put them nose down, and they got grippers, and they'll walk them down into a canal and clean the canal out, clean the trash out of the bottom of the canal.
Did not know that.
And then walk them back up. Now, it's crazy. They take them and they pick it up and pull all 4 tires in like this, and they can drive like down a sidewalk almost.
I'd worry about that thing being incredibly top heavy.
Well, it would be at that point, but you know, you're not going to go really fast at that point either. And in your tiny little
Is that
track.
where you came out? I think that's where you came out.
Yeah, I think so too. You want to go in that way?
It doesn't matter to me.
Me neither.
That's just a wash. I don't think that's your scary one.
That's the one I came out of. It wasn't scary. Nothing about it was scary. No, that's the wash that I drove up.
No, it isn't. It
Yeah.
doesn't have enough freaking wobblies.
Pretty sure that's it.
I think you're wrong.
Pretty sure that's it. Yep, that's it.
It might be. Because that's where you came out. Right, okay.
Yeah, that's where we came out of the wash. That used to be the road until it washed out. So I just drove it like it was the road again. The road again. It's not a van again.
Now you think you're Willie Nelson?
No. I've never been high. And I don't know if Willie's ever been sober. At least in the last 30 years. That's where I drove in. I have to look up the name of this wash now. Canyon, whatever you want to call it.
Snowfall Canyon.
Snowfall.
It stopped falling.
Yes, yes, yes. We came down in elevation and it quit snowing. But you were complaining about it snowing, so.
No, that's not true. I just said it was cold.
rock hiding behind that bush.
Dodge that one just to hit another one.
Huh?
Nothing.
Well, dodge one just to hit one. I didn't hit another one though. I'm going really slow. I've literally not touched the gas pedal in like forever. I haven't.
You have a distorted view of forever.
It's been forever ago. Well, if I was a goldfish, 3 seconds is forever.
Hey, look, a castle. Hey, look, a castle.
I'm gonna get out up here anyways and see if I can find the graffiti.
I think I might have to go pull out some John Wayne movies.
John Wayne movies.
John Wayne movies. I want to see North to Alaska again.
North to Alaska.
We could go with Clint Eastwood and paint your wagon. Hey, maybe Darby O'Gill.
John Wayne was my dad's favorite.
My father as well.
It's a shame that we don't have anybody to look up to today.
Right?
These kids all listening to these rappers and thinking getting high and drunk every night is the way to live. Too late.
I said four-wheel steering, man. Make this thing look like a cripple. Would too.
If you could get the steering down.
Yeah.
Still a human doing the steering, so you know.
One hand on the steering wheel, one hand on the steering lever.
There's water in there.
Yay.
Knowing where the water is very important.
I suppose there is water there. Yeah, if you know where the water is, the food will come to you.
Right. And you can eat grapes while you're waiting. Unfortunately, the only food that's going to come to you around here is horses and donkeys.
I've heard the horse tastes okay.
I've heard the same. Oh, we had that camera. I'll try to remember where these were. I don't think they're too far from here. They're up there somewhere. Camera!
It's not on.
Trying to remember where I found them. lots and lots and lots of wild grapes. No, there's Indian graffiti around here somewhere. At least I thought there was. Down here in the 3-wheel drive. Was it up there? Was it down here? I don't remember where it's at. Oh, it might be up here. Well, there's graffiti. There it is. There's some over here. So we got graffiti. So-and-so loves so-and-so, J&J. It's not me. And then over here, on this rock, you got some actual markings there. I don't know if that's new stuff or old stuff. I remember there was a section that had a bunch of it on it. I don't remember where it was. Pretty sure it was up in here somewhere. It's up here. More. Here it is. Oh. Down on the rock below me. You can see it. There. And then more of it's over here. And you got more over there. It's on a flat surface, so it's not staying as well as some of the other ones we found. You got the little canyon here. So there, you got more up there. It goes all the way up there. And all the way around the side. I don't feel energetic enough to climb up there by myself, so this is where we're gonna stop. There is definitely more up there. A big rock above my head. And then it goes all the way around the front side of this. You can see it down there. There's a couple marks there you can see. It's kind of cool. So, that's our Indian graffiti for this canyon that I know of. And I'm sure there's more of it, but I kind of walked around here. Ian broke down here one day. So we were walking all over through here and we found it, me and my daughter. So there's some more. There's little ones all over the place. You want to see some graffiti?
Yeah.
Come on up. Come on. I didn't say bark at me. I didn't say bark at me. See, it starts right down here. Actually, it starts over on the other side. You see it right there?
Oh, yeah.
And then as you come up here, I'm not energetic enough, but you'll see some more on the ground. And then up here on these little ledges. And there's some more on the ground where people's been walking over. It's been getting erased. And then this whole slab right here is full of it.
Here, you want to hold the dog? Take the camera.
I'll hand the camera to you once you get up there. Let me get over here.
Way to get up.
Probably right here would be your best bet. Probably your safest bet. That way if you fall, you're falling towards me instead of... Yeah, see? If you fall, you're falling towards me. That's me. I don't mind you falling towards me. I don't want you to fall off the face.
Yeah, that would probably suck a little bit.
That's why I was saying right. Or come back here.
Yeah, if I go down a little bit.
Yeah, if you go here, you can go right up there. And then along that edge. I think that's how we got up there last time. Creed went up there. I don't remember. I think I went up there too.
Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them up here. Is this the end of it, or?
No, I think it goes all the way around the side, if I remember correctly. It goes all the way around the edge of this, all the way around the corner.
How'd they get over there?
Just climbed up it.
Oh.
I mean, what else did you have to do back then?
Yeah.
I don't see any. Ah.
Yeah, all these little flat spots with black rock is where they seem to like to put it. I'll pull from there. You gonna come down right there? There's your puppy. Oh, the camera's facing the wrong way. How did that happen? I always like this little canyon, how it narrows down here. And I bet you there's some on all those flat. But I noticed they put it mostly on this side. And I don't know if there's a reason on the northern side. I don't know if there's a reason for it being on the northern side. But both the canyons I've been into where there's Indian graffiti,
They're on the northern side.
they're on the northern side.
That's weird.
You're thinking about it right now, aren't you? I took you into the other canyon, haven't I?
Yeah. I've been there. What tribe?
I don't know. I don't remember what's in Nevada. Sean might be able to answer that question.
Oh, there's some graffiti.
There's some actual graffiti, but there's actually, if you look over here,
Oh, I see some pictographs right
yeah,
there.
right here, and there's a spot right here. You can see them.
Yeah.
Looks like the camera picks them up really good.
They do. It does. What are you doing?
She's wrapped around my legs. She's decided she likes me all of a sudden. Well, she tried to get rowdy with Max, and Max is used to a Jack Russell. Allie's aggressive as hell, dude.
Mm-hmm. Oh, do you think there's some up on that wall?
There probably is. Oh,
face?
that might be some of it too.
Oh, you're such a good climber. Here.
There might be some up there. That's a long ways up. You're just gonna stand up there and take a look. Why between my legs?
She's cold.
Are you cold? I have to get you a jacket or something. You're like, can I see anything? There might be up on that flats of those. That's where they seem to put them, is up on the flats.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Huh.
If there has been, it's faded.
Right? Because of the rain. Or,
The reason I thought is because it's got a bunch of little outcrops right there.
yeah. I noticed they like to do them on the edges too.
Come on, mountain goat.
Right? She does pretty good. She's more sure-footed than I am right now. Oh, my knees are like, what are you doing? And this is why I own a Jeep. I could probably get my Jeep most of the way up there.
Probably could.
Until it came down. And then if I remember, one of these rocks in this little area here had some on it too. I don't think so. I've never seen it on that side, but we looked all over the place. Ian spent quite a bit of time. Oh, this is the one that's got all the quartz and stuff in it. It's got the rose quartz in it. See the rose quartz?
Yeah, I see it.
Kind of cool. Somebody lost their mask. We found a bunch of it. Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's this rock, and there's a slab, and then you gotta climb up, and there's another slab of it. Yeah, I was just noticing that I always find it on the north side of the canyons. I don't know if that means anything or not. What tribe was out here? Do you know?
Paiute, I think.
Paiute? I wasn't sure. Paiute sounds right.
There's a Paiute reservation in just outside of Vegas.
Yeah. Isn't Shoshone Paiute also? That's full of rose quartz.
Okay.
The whole back side of it's got little chunks of rose quartz in it. You can see some of it on the front side too.
Okay.
This is kind of a cool rock. Seems like it's out of place. But you don't like whatever I was trying to climb there. Move over a little bit. There we
And
go.
miss it completely.
This used to be a lot bigger ditch coming up over this. I remember Ian's Jeep having issues with it. Casey's like, is there any over there? I said, I don't know, that's pretty steep, I'm not going to find out. There might be some more on the rocks down here too. It's like they just get bored and sit in spots for a while and made a bunch of drawings.
Started tattooing rocks.
Graffiti, there was actual graffiti up there. There's Indian graffiti and then there was graffiti. At least the graffiti wasn't too bad. It was a heart with J and J in it. And then a little mushroom or whatever. Big ash rocks about ready to fall out.
Smack
Like-
a little Jeep.
Like that one. That one probably made a lot of noise on its way down. This is where you find sheep, right? Goats. This is where you think you'd see them. There's water here. There's food here. There ain't another animal that can get into the greens up in there that they can. Did I take off without making sure they were coming?
Probably.
They're probably like, it'll slow down eventually. There's a little climb right there. I remember when we used to look at stuff like that and go, let's go climb that. Yeah, you did. CJC. JCIC. The camera seems to really pull the petroglyphs up pretty good.
Okay. I was noticing that you look like you're hell and gone away in this one.
What do you mean? No.
This thing is very fish angle, or fish-eyed, wide angle, whatever.
Yeah, it's wide angle. Which means it's picking up the whole front of the rear. Like I said, it might be better having it up front.
Well, it'd be closer to the front. We could change it from wide angle to linear. What is that, an asp?
That's a hammer. Park brake's not holding.
You broke one of my hammers. I'll take it. Gimme. What is that, an S-wing? Looks like an S-wing.
Yeah, it looks like an expensive little hammer is what it looks like to me. Don't test my windows with it.
Oh, could test your dog.
You might make him mad if you test him with that. I don't know if there's much in that head. I don't know. You might just piss him off, Sean. No, JC's dog did. That's the first time I've ever seen him pull freaking fur stand up like that. I've had around a lot of other dogs. She nipped him in the ear because he went to sniff her, and she bit his ear, and he just freaking, that was it. He didn't bite her. He just kind of flopped her on her side and rolled her on her back, and he was just standing over her with his hair up. Tail was still wagging. I wasn't too afraid. I haven't seen him eat another dog yet. I mean, she could have been the first. Take me out to the ball game. Oh. Probably get a better view of the road up front. Well, like I said, if we're doing trails like this, it's, at least we don't have to change batteries. I guess I could buy a cable long enough and just run it all the way to the front, but then you can't put it in the waterproof case, and that would be a bad idea, especially today. Well, it would have been that bad today, but still, it would have been wet.
The cameras themselves are supposed to be waterproof.
Yeah, if it's got the covers on it. They don't have the cover on it if you're charging it. I think they call them water resistant. But isn't everything water resistant? I mean, even ships are water resistant. I mean, eventually the water eats through them and they sink.
All right. Because I'd say something like bread has a pretty poor water resistance.
Yes, it does. It just absorbs it all and then sinks.
And then floats, and then the ducks come after you.
Yep. Ducks.
For the Canadians.
Yeah, I still love that picture with the bald eagle holding down the Canadian. America. Rock outcropping. Those are the rock outcroppings you forget about and lose a tire. I wonder if that's like a make-out point or something. I wonder where that wash goes.
That way.
It doesn't look like it goes very far, does it?
Probably goes over to the next canyon.
See another canyon. The next canyon.
The other one,
The other
the other wash has another road in it.
Yeah.
So who knows? I don't know where that goes.
Oh, it's the easy way. We'll take it. Yeah. Instead of doing that side off-road stuff over there, this goes all the way down and around. Bypasses that off camber and the steep up and down washes. Need a hat?
Not particular.
There's a hat back there.
Don't wear too many hats.
Neither do I. Albert wanted to give me a Veterans hat, and I'm like, I'm not going to wear it. I don't wear hats. They give me headaches. When you're a stranger. Well, I'm seeing some System of a Down.
No. Not terribly good at screaming along with music.
Pantera. got to see snow, we got to see a pony, and we got to see trees. That's all the stuff we don't see at home. Well, you got trees outside your house, but you know.
Trees in my front yard. My brother's got horses.
You got more wildlife in your front yard than we saw today.
It's true.
Between the cottontails and the quail.
You said my brother's got horses.
No, no. Your brother's wife's got 3 horses.
I'm sorry.
Your
but
brother takes care of horses.
My brother's got 3 horses. And,
I don't think your brother's been on any of those horses.
I don't keep track of my brother 24/7 like you seem to try to.
I'm just saying, I don't think he rides horses.
So, and snow is just one of those things. I live in the desert. Either you get it or you don't.
Well, usually when you get snow, you turn around and go back home.
Oh God, yes. Actually, I'm driving a front-wheel drive Nissan. If I'm
I
trying to
went over under that Kawasaki. I don't want to hear it.
I want to get in the middle of the freaking climbing that hill.
The NHP was a hilarious guy. It was your neighbor, actually, or what used to be your neighbor, or down the street from you, whatever he was. Followed me up over the summit when I was coming back from Vegas in the snow on the motorcycle. I never slowed down. I did the speed limit the whole way. And we got down, well, nobody had really been over it yet. All the snow had dropped and nobody had driven over it, so it was just all fresh snow. So it wasn't slick, and it doesn't get slick until it's packed, you know?
Right.
So so you turn and go back that way to the other road and you follow the washout, and we're going to follow the washout. Because there's more than one way to skin a cat. So I used to pull in at the Maverick and get gas every day when I took the bike, because one trip there and back, the bike was pretty much empty. And he pulled in there and, Jerry, you're a crazy son of a bitch. He goes, you went right on over there, 65 miles an hour through the corners and everything. You never even slowed down in that snow. I was like, well, it was fresh snow. It wasn't packed.
There they are.
Whoop, there it is.
Yeah.
Boom! Oh. I'm just gonna down that. Oh, it's just, he's got a talent.
Starting to get flat.
So he decided you need to drink it all.
And I'm tired of holding the camera.
Could have thrown it down there and let it bounce around at any point in time.
It's a waste to do that while there's still liquid in it.
It's not a waste. It just makes it flat. Some
Already flat.
Some people like flat Coke.
Yeah. Some people are weird.
Some people like Coke, which I don't understand at all either. I guess Kathy wasn't right behind him. Oh, Kathy's right behind him.
It was right behind him.
I don't know why they stopped. You gonna clean puke out again or something? I mean, I don't know why you gotta clean it on the trail. We can just keep going.
Did the dog lose it again?
I don't know. It just seems silly to waste all those napkins cleaning something that you can turn the hose onto. Just pull everything out of the back and pull the plugs out underneath the carpet and just turn it on and spray it all out. Might have to pull the carpet up so it all drains out from under the carpet or off the top of the carpet. I got carpet in the front, but all my carpet in the back's gone. But all my plugs are out too, so when we get in deep water, it just starts filling the cab. Like I said, I've had water to my knees before. That was before I had all this electrical shit in here. Water to my knees now will probably be a bad thing.
You gotta think about putting a freaking throttle body manifold on the
383. You gotta see how much that's gonna cost. A couple of grand at least.
I think about $1,200
For everything.
It's for a kit.
You obviously want the one where we gotta drill the exhaust out of buttons in it for the O2 sensors.
Yeah, that's how they work. The best way to make them work. Anyways, they can run off a manifold absolute pressure sensor or a mass airflow sensor. The oxygen sensors are the best way to make them work.
Yeah. Best power and fuel economy.
I mean, they can run off just the throttle position sensor.
Oh, I know.
But
those ones
do a whole lot of freaking.
That's like the one that,
metering at that point.
Albert has, where you just adjust it. You adjust it like you do a carburetor. His is nice because you can turn the power up or down. So if you're rock crawling, you want nice and slow, you turn the power down. It doesn't give it as much fuel and gives it a slower, still has the same throttle response, but it's not as much. It just gives it less fuel.
Get that old ABS off of the Chevy and put it on there.
Yeah.
It's actually for a 440, but it won't sweat a 383 too much like it does that little 350.
Yeah, it was way too much carburetor. Old 350.
For that 350, yeah.
Try to get the truck done by July.
What happens in July?
Well, that will give us August on to put money into the Miata, so when your daughter turns 18, she can have a car.
We could probably convince Lisa to throw some money at it too.
Wow. First, we gotta make it ours. Yeah.
Put a cage in that damn thing.
Leave the engine the way it is.
I suppose you could do that, but I would rather she had the power to get out of her own way. That one really doesn't.
We get it running on good fuel, it might do a little better, but I know what you're saying.
It could not run up the hill at 60 miles an hour.
It was also parked for how long?
Didn't matter, it had already been running. It had fresh fuel.
And there's a lot of cars that can't go up that hill at 60 miles an hour. Every car right now, because the speed limit is 45. So no car should be coming up that summit at 60 miles an hour.
I try to do 45 in that Nissan overheats, so I will continue trying to go up it at 65.
Until you get that $200 and some odd dollar ticket. Or 15 over, they can declare it as a reckless driving.
$200 ticket's a lot less money than a $3,000 motor.
If it's reckless driving, then they put you in jail and they impound it.
Jerry, stop.
Am I wrong?
He's pushing my arm off the frickin' thing here.
Oh, you think it's yours. He knows it's his. Whack-a-mole. Whack-a-mole. Hey, come over to the house if you want. Was he driving by Braille?
Probably. He's tossing Ian up whenever he can. I see that.
Well, that's because we didn't air down enough. Throttle bearing's loud. electric steps.
It was a step, but I don't know what the hell that other part was.
I think it was one of those electric steps where you open the door and it goes down on its own.
Okay.
So I think that was the motor sitting on it. Because it had hinges on it. That's why I thought it was an electric step, and then I figured that was the motor sitting on it. It ripped the whole thing out.
Take the power line road or go back to the other road?
No, we'll go down this way.
I've never been down this power line road.
Uh-huh. Not this one, you were down that one.
I've never been down this power line road.
Oh, I thought you said I've been down this power line road. Oh, this is the one that goes
But
right.
your hearing is better.
This is the one that goes all right behind Smith's and all that.
Does?
Yep. We'll cross it when we go up Willard Pass. And there's the solar plant.
You can probably put it in two. We waiting for peeps?
Yeah, letting them catch up a little bit. We're gonna go down this way. Yeah.
So, question. Related, but you build outside of the town. This is the story with the water rights. You still have to get water rights.
Yeah. Same as everything else. It's a state law, not a county law, not a township law. Which way do we want to go?
I don't know.
Which way do you want to go?
I don't know. There, we're gonna get there eventually. It's all about the ride, right?
So which ride do you want to take? This one. This one will be shorter.
I said the ride, not the right.
It's a decent looking house over there. Log cabin kit. Little solar panel. Solar generator set.
So you got those trailers from that guy on the way into Vegas.
About 2 or 3 of them, it looks like.
Just one.
Oh, he's got one there,
Yes, he does.
one up there, and then he's got
Some such
panels
clear
on the
panels.
ground.
Gotcha.
And a windmill. And then he's got the front house. Is that a real bird or is that a fake bird sitting on the end of the thing there? I think that's a fake owl, but I'm not 100% sure.
Looks false.
Huh?
Looks false.
Is it looking at us?
No.
It must be fake. I like there's a little wall.
This is primate property.
Yeah. And this is, oh, what road this is,
That's this road.
right?
Lola.
Lola. That's way over there. It goes that way.
Linda.
That's way over there, and it goes that way, and it turns. Ames over here on 160. here, flatten it out, set the trailer on it, and call it good.
What?
Buy a plot out here, flatten it out, set a trailer on it, and call it good. Find some Fords and bury them and use them as a septic system.
Ford, so.
What they used to do in the olden days. VW buses.
Expensive septic tanks now.
Well, now they are, but back then they weren't. You use all kinds of cars or all kinds of crap. As long as they put a void in the ground for everything to fall into. One heck of a road going home, huh? There's a house that never got finished.
Might have.
2-story.
It might be, well, it might be 10 years old or it might be 50 years old.
To me, it looks like it never got finished. There's some really nice houses out here, too. But that kind of looks like that castle in Beatty to me. He probably does the work himself.
He does have a dragger on the back of that thing, doesn't he?
There's your engine hoist. Hi, buddy. Hey,
Australian
hi.
Shepherd.
Yeah, he's cute. That's a huge house right there.
Yes, it is.
This guy's got some hardware too. I don't think that other one did. I bet he's got power on his property.
No trespassing. Private road. I don't know how to get these fences. And if you really want private property, put up a block wall.
Oh, I think that's to keep the burros and the horses out. Seriously, that's all I can see that doing. I mean, it's tall enough, but that's about it.
If you actually want the quail and rabbits to come in, then you leave some freaking vent pipes under it. You should do that anyways in case water builds up.
Yeah. That was a big section of property back there too. And there's a shed up there. I don't know what the heck that is.
Entrance to an underground lab.
Might be. Fort Churchill. I think that's the road your mom has property on.
I think she's selling it. I don't know.
I know she's selling it, but
I don't know where it's at.
I think this is it. That is a big ass house.
Pretty good size.
The shop is way too small.
The garage is like a 2-car.
Well, yeah.
Like you got a 12-bedroom house and a 2-car garage.
Right. Well, you know, maybe it's not a 12-bedroom house.
It should have been a 12-bedroom or a 12-car garage with a 2-bedroom house.
This one's got a bunch of stonework around it. That's pretty awesome.
Here,
I think your mom's property is right out here somewhere. Maybe it's over there. Oh, that's funny. Airstreams. Airstreams.
Airstream, gotcha. I like them goofy things.
I do. Well, he's got like 4 of the fuckers.
Yeah, he does. At least 3. One in the shop.
I think he's redoing them. He's the one with all the camouflage and shit on the front of his house. His whole roof and everything used to be camouflaged at one time.
Well, I don't like straight up.
$200 a month. If it wasn't for mine, I wouldn't be living right now. Or I'd be living in your house because I sure as hell couldn't afford an apartment.
And we'd be killing each other every weekend.
Right, right. We did that already. Any wind, no. Over here. Off this guy's driveway, but not on the road.
Yeah. That thing is destroyed.
Well, it looks like a bunch of kids kicked it and everything else, but yeah, it's plastic. It made no sense. Well, this was H&G Adventures on our Sunday drive, and it was a nice little drive, nothing complicated. I don't think we broke anything, so we had fun. Did you have fun?
I had fun.
We had fun. We'll see you later.